Hi, this is Marlon. Welcome to this video in which I'll show you how to access Multitracks.com in order to use RehearsalMix. RehearsalMix is something new that we're going to try. Typically in Planning Center, we will give you a set of songs that we're going to sing on a Sunday morning. It has charts and it also has links to YouTube so you can become familiar with that song. Unfortunately, we don't always use the same key in which the artist or group has originally recorded that. So Multitracks.com using RehearsalMix allows us to transpose that song into the key that we will actually perform in order to help you prepare during the week to practice, to even get ready for Sunday so that when we come together, we will have a good idea of what we're doing. So let's begin by logging in. You do not need any special device. All you need is some sort of web browser and internet access in order to do this. Now, I'm using an admin account, so what you see may be a little bit different, but what you want to go to is the thing called RehearsalMix. Once you click on that, you should see a set list or a group of set lists that I've created for our group, Westlake Community Baptist Church. Find the date that's coming up. We'll click on it. And you'll notice that we have 4 songs here. Now, normally we play 5, maybe 6 songs, but we do a combination of modern songs and older songs. And so the older songs are not going to necessarily be accessible through multitracks.com because this is kind of a new thing, and it's really taking advantage of all the new recordings that are coming out. So you might not find all the songs in this. So again, check Planning Center to find out all the songs. We may have a hymn or 2 that are in there. But let's look at this set list of these songs that we have. I'm going to click on, let me show you this. We have a little arrow to expand. You can actually expand multiple ones. And when you expand it, it gives you this view of a combination of multiple tracks. We have the original song. We have a bass track, which includes bass and synth bass, a guitar track, which includes acoustic guitar and a combination of electric guitars, and so on. Let's listen to the original song by clicking it. It's going to bring up this little window, and we're going to listen to the original recording. And notice that this is going to be the actual song that the key that we will perform it in. A couple things I want you to notice: that you can access the volume right here. You are able. You can also scrub. And pause it. So let me turn the volume down a little bit. I think it might be a little bit too loud for us here. There we go. Okay, so that's the original song. You would want to hear it to get an idea of what's happening. Also, this is very important to listen to the rhythm and the notes. I think often when we hear songs, especially me, when I'm using the sheet music to read the notes, I'm using a lead sheet. I don't always get accurately to what the original song is. So again, this is a good way to learn the song. Let's look at the bass track. We have a bass and the synth bass. Let's click on the bass. I'm going to scrub to the beginning here. Let's hear what it sounds like.
1, 2.
And you're probably hearing a little echo in my microphone. But again, this will give you a count off. And the importance of that count off is this is going to allow you to begin your own rehearsal. So the first thing you're going to do is play it and listen to what the performer is doing in the recording. To help you do that, there is an option called Upmix, which is the default. Upmix will play all the tracks that we have here, and then it'll take the one track that you selected, which is the bass right now, and play a little bit louder above the other tracks. Let's listen.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So as a bass player, I would make a note on my chart, hey, I'm going to play long sustained notes at the beginning. And as you look at it over here, this little waveform, we have nothing. Let's scrub to it. Let's see what happens here. Nada, nothing's there. So in that situation, I would make sure to see if I'm actually going to have to play something by listening to the next track. Let's click on the bass, synth bass. And sure enough, there is a synthesizer bass playing these 16th notes kind of in a muted sound. So as a bass player, I would make note that when it comes to that verse, I'm not going to stop playing, but I'm going to change from my beginning, which was long sustained notes, to now move into some 16th notes going bup, 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 bup. So for the bass player, since we only have one, they would have to look at these different tracks and kind of comp together a track that would get the general idea of what we would see of a combination of bass and synth bass. So they're going to have to interpret something. Let's look at this blank section right here. I don't know what it is. I think it's a breakdown. Okay, so I see the synth bass is not playing anything. Let's go to the bass. Oh, the bass is playing there. So on that breakdown, we're going to have to hear that bass. Let me show you minus mix. Minus mix is the exact opposite of up mix. Up mix, all the tracks play and it takes the mix that you selected, pushes it higher. In this situation, it takes the track that you've selected and gets rid of it. Okay, so that would allow you then to play as the bass player along with other instruments. Again, you're not going to be able to get our whole band together, so this is a way where you can practice along with drums and other instruments to, interpret that song. So this is a very powerful thing. Let's go on to the guitar track. We have an acoustic guitar track. Let's scrub to the beginning here. All right, I'm on acoustic guitar. Let's play it.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So the acoustic guitar player should listen to that and kind of interpret what that guitar player is playing on the track. Would be da 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 da. So again, you would have to try to do something similar to that in order to complement everything else that's going on. Let's scrub a little bit here. Let's see what happens here. This is the breakdown section again. So you'd have to make a note in your track, hey, everybody's going to drop out, and then I'm going to continue over here. And right there, the guitar players, it's not very loud. You'll notice this is a smaller waveform, but it's playing some simple strumming, chunkin, 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 chunkin. Okay, let's go on to the electric guitar. This is a little bit of a challenge because we have 3 of them, and it doesn't mean there's actually 3 different guitar players. Typically, it means there's 3 different guitar sounds, or there's little solo sections. So the electric guitar person is going to have to listen to all 3 of these again and put together a similar type of track. Let's click on this one right here. Let's look at the beginning. So the electric guitar, look at this. Nothing happening there. Let's look at the second one.
1.
Nothing happening there. Nothing happening there. So the electric guitar player should make note on their arrangement that, hey, I'm not going to be playing until, let's click over here, until I believe it's probably the chorus. Yeah, chorus. Hey, I'm pretty good. So the electric guitar would say, okay, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to maybe sing, but I'm going to get ready to play on the chorus. Let's hear what they're playing. Nice, sustained power chords. Okay, so let's go back to this section, which is the chorus. Let's see what electric guitar 2 is doing. Nothing. Huh. Electric guitar 3. Oh, electric guitar 3 is playing here, and let's listen to what it's doing. Down, dee, dee. So as a guitar player, you have the option to say, hey, maybe I want to do power chords or I want to do this little melody. So you can do a combination of that. And again, use the minus mix to experiment and practice along with that. Now let's go on to the vocals. Now, unfortunately, the vocals are not as powerful as I think as some of the keys are. A lot of the songs that we're using that are modern don't always have all the parts of like soprano, alto, and tenor. So what I'd like you to do is just to listen to it, and we'll copy a similar style, but sometimes these songs only have two parts of harmony, like a soprano and a tenor kind of working together. So when it comes to parts, we'll try to do all three. Let's click on background vocals. I'm going to scrub to the beginning. I'm going to play it. It's kind of funny. There was a person whispering the verse. I don't want you to whisper. That looks kind of funny. But that'll give you an idea that, again, a lot of these songs, there's like a soloist. We're not using soloists. We're interpreting them for congregational. So we would want everybody singing unison. Let's click over here to hear what they're doing. I think this is the second verse. Okay, that's just the melody. Let's click with vocal. Again, nothing there. So we just listen to this melody. Let's see if they change. Okay, so there goes the harmony part. So again, if you're singing vocals, the way this song is actually arranged, we have a female singing the lead and the male singing harmony, but we actually most likely switch it opposite, do a traditional, everybody sings melody, and then we have alto and tenor. So in this one, the alto would be singing with this person. So again, you have to listen to it. Again, listen to the minus mix, listen to the original recording in order to get the idea. Let's look at the last person, which would be the drums. Let's click on the drums here. Let's go to the beginning. Now, a lot of these modern songs will have a drum and a loop. A loop is something that is kind of goes on in the background in addition to the drummer playing live drums. Let's play it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So the drummer sees there's nothing happening. Let's look at the loop, see if anything does happen. Nope. Nothing happening till right about here. Let's hear what happens. We got a loop, but if we go back to the drum section, again, nothing there. So this little loop part, the drummer should say, okay, something's happening there. We're not using a loop. So how could I interpret it so that it sounds similar? Kind of has this little lo-fi boom. Let's play it again. Do 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 da. And then I think this is the chorus. Oh, the second part of the verse. Okay, so you have that boom, crack, and cymbals. This is kind of weird. I don't know why the cymbals are. Let's play it. Yeah, so again, as a drummer, you would say, hey, would a rolling cymbal roll be good there? Okay, let me just show you one thing before I close this video out. Let's close this one out. Let's go to How Deep the Father's Love. Now, when I click on this song, there are no tracks. So that's just one of the things that we have with RehearsalMix, is that not every recording has multiple tracks. So what you could do to help your preparation or your rehearsal during the week is just to listen to it. Because again, it's in the right key that we are going to perform it. So it gives you an opportunity to play along, at least with it. Let's scrub a little bit here. So it's still helpful, although it doesn't give us all the separate tracks. Let's hear some of the vocals. And you can still take note, okay, the acoustic guitar is playing, there's some shakers, there's some percussion, no bass. No, there is a bass. All right, let's scrub down. Let's see this loud section over here. Let's see what they're doing. So again, we would hear some of the parts. So you would listen to it, make notes of it on your chart. Hey, there's harmony. Hey, there's some building. And that when we come together on Sunday morning, we will have a better idea of the music. We'll be able to practice and be ready on that Sunday. So thanks for watching this video. I appreciate your feedback on using this app. We'll see if it's something we want to use in the future as well. So thanks. Take care.